Sor.Phetpiya.
Ladies and gentlemen, representing Australia in the blue corner, McKinnon. And now, ladies and gentlemen, representing the red corner, also from Australia, Carnage!
Oh, there he is, the Grim Reaper of Muay Thai! The wrecking ball of the squared ring! The Carnival of Carnage has rolled into Sydney town! Perhaps the most complete fighter in Australian Muay Thai has been virtually unstoppable. The Carnival of Carnage, Nathan Corbett, makes his way to centre ring hammer.
Well, that's right, Michael. The time has come for these two warriors to collide in centre ring. The Carnage, well, they're saying he's fitter than he's ever been. McKinnon, just 1 week ago, was battling with a bit of bronchitis and a touch of the flu, so could that be the defining difference here? But nevertheless, McKinnon stepped in. They're saying he's 100% ready to go now.
Xplosion's standing rules, super cruiserweight, 5 times 3 rounds. Representing Australia, out of the blue corner, 6'2", 91 kilograms. He is known as McKinnon.
Fantastic ovation for Steve-O McKinnon.
Standing at 6'1", 90 kilos, .6, also representing Australia. Please make welcome Carnage!
And there it is. Ovations and boos for the Carnival of Carnage, Nathan Corbett. Both men only with 1 loss in their careers. McKinnon, 29 fights, 28-1, 24 knockouts for an 82% KO ratio. The Carnage, 32 fights for 31-1, 24 KOs for a 75% KO ratio. Third man in centre ring, Brad Vicali. This is the one you've all been waiting for, folks. This is the one that's been over a year in the making. And now, finally, the time for talk is over. Steve McKinnon, Nathan Corbett, the voice Michael Chavello, the hammer Mark Castanini. Here we go. McKinnon opens up with the kicks. Will the Carnage close the gap and work the Goodnight Irene overhand right elbow?
Well, the thing is, Michael, McKinnon, with his campaign to launch himself onto the K1, he really can't have a loss here against a much lighter Carnage. So he's got the motivation. Carnage in turn, he's at the peak of his form.
Carnage controlling centre ring. Has yet to open up with any real salvos. Tries for the first crossing elbow off the right arm.
Well, that's going to be the defining difference here with Carnage. Those razor sharp, he's the king of the elbow. And of course, McKinnon is the powerhouse. He's going to have to keep Carnage outside of that elbowing range. Work the long shots, work the straight right hands. Carnage in turn, you'll see him slip and slice his way in with those elbows.
Neither of these men is used to losing. They have only suffered 1 career loss each. That loss was for both men to Paul Slewinski. Jab two there from McKinnon, not getting through. Round kick to the left rib cage, crossing elbow from Steve-O McKinnon. Carnage just stalking him. One of the Clio Bachelor of the Years in 2005. There's a downward elbow going for the money box maker.
Well, Carnage is going for a ring.
Carnage just stalking him. One of the Clio Bachelor of the Years in 2005. There's a downward elbow going for the money box maker.
Well, Carnage is going for a reinvention of what he did against Clifton Brown. Take him out in the first round with the right crossing elbow, step across crossing elbow.
Outside thigh kick from the Carnival of Carnage. Steps up and cracks away to the right rib cage. High left round kick from Steve-O McKinnon.
Well, certainly one of Australia's most anticipated wars, this one happening right now in centre ring, Michael.
You can cut the atmosphere here at the Sydney Entertainment Centre with a chainsaw. It is electrifying. Balk right hand there from Steve McKinnon. Double forearm guard against the round kick. Inside thigh kick, and Carnage checks the outside thigh kick. Cracks away to the lead quadricep area. Good, sharp, quick kicks here from Nathan Corbett. Snappy right hand, short, tight left hook, crossing right elbow. McKinnon returns the favour. Downward elbow uppercut from McKinnon. Nice combination work. And you found that Steve-O McKinnon got his rhythm a little there. Outside thigh kick from Carnage.
Well, great evasion work from Carnage too. He's got his eye in when it comes to anticipating the shots from McKinnon.
Catches the kick, does Carnage. McKinnon content to sit in that neutral corner, strangely enough.
Probably not a good spot for him to be. Carnage is going to measure and launch the elbows if he has him on the ropes, and he needs to be mobile.
All right, we're getting into round two. Australia, where are you?
Okay, we are ready to rock and roll. Brad Vicali gets us underway. Second round. Balk right hand outside thigh kick from Stephen McKinnon.
Well, McKinnon doesn't want to get or leave an opening by getting too keen in the aggressive attacks. He still wants to be very much poised and controlled in his attacks, McKinnon.
Hammer McKinnon does tend to carry his right arm very high, and maybe Carnage should try and go for those trademark body shots if he's on the right side of the body.
Well, yeah, Carnage can step through and use that left body rip nicely. We've seen him use it a number of times.
Good body shot there from McKinnon. Scoops out the kicking leg, does Carnage. So good start to the round so far from McKinnon, the aggressor of the two, but again allowing himself to be backed into that neutral corner. Downward elbow strike. McKinnon returns the favour. Haven't seen a lot of knees so far.
Let's have a look at what they do in the grapple.
And Brad Vicali just breaks both men.
Keeps them working in the grapple. Carnage really got a strong guard. Not a lot of shots getting through from McKinnon.
Crossing elbow from Steve McKinnon. Uppercut elbow, crossing elbow, but Carnage catches them on the forearms. Outside thigh kick. McKinnon's got to check those ones. There's a lot of bruising around that lead quadricep and hamstring area.
Again, McKinnon backing himself into the corner. This is interesting tactics from him. I don't know if I'll be calling for that one, especially when you're fighting someone with trigger-happy elbows like the Carnage. Put yourself in the corner.
Oh, McKinnon's been tagged! The big kibosh! The big kibosh! The big kibosh! McKinnon almost put through the ropes in front of his corner.
Well, he's got to get lateral now. He's got to use the perimeter of the ring, McKinnon. He's sitting himself on the ropes, and as I was just saying as it happened, that's just danger land against someone like the Carnage.
So Nathan Carnage has the momentum now. Can he try and finish it here in the second round? Outside thigh kick from McKinnon, but he has been rattled and he eats an uppercut. He's on rubber legs. McKinnon on rubber legs. Here comes the Carnage. Oh, the big elbow, the big elbow, the big elbow, the big elbow. Nathan Carnage, the carnival rolls through Steve McKinnon. McKinnon in a world of hurt. He's gone down twice in one round. Here comes the Carnage. Here comes the pain. Crossing elbow from McKinnon. He has taken more punishment than a bondage parlor. Nathan Corbett all over him.
This is what McKinnon needs to do. He needs to tie the Carnage up because Carnage is getting a full head of steam now. He's had 2 knockdowns in this round, and it's not looking good for McKinnon thus far.
Crossing elbow and another one. McKinnon trying to find a chink in the armour, but he'll keep going here in the third round.
If they're going to let it go, if it's on top of the skull, it'll be a bleeder, but it's really not going to affect him that much.
Here we go, third and final round. The voice Michael Chiavello, the hammer Mark Castanini, I should say third of 5 and McKinnon. Only a slip, says Brad Vicali. Steve McKinnon's taken more shots than an alcoholic so far in this fight, but he is still on his feet.
Well, he needs to be mobile, needs to be working laterally, McKinnon. He's standing in front of the Carnage, and that's where he's going to zero in and give him an opportunity to launch those elbows. Again, the Carnage putting him into the corner. McKinnon backing himself into the corner. He's doing a Gurkhan Ozcan sitting on the ropes like that. He needs to be lateral, needs to be working the perimeter, and even trying to get centre control of the ring.
You're right, Hammer. It's very reminiscent of Ozcan versus Jacobs.
Pop the front kick, at least if he's going to sit in the corner. He wants to pop the front kick and then swivel out of there.
Step up knee from the Carnage, belly button through the back. They're tied up like a pretzel in the blue corner. There's that whipping, razor sharp elbow of the Carnage. Just whistled over the head. McKinnon goes to the body, gets tagged with a short left hook. Knee to the floating rib cage from Steve-O McKinnon. Turns Carnage around, but Carnage spins him back.
McKinnon trying to trap the hand of Carnage because he knows he lets that right elbow go like that. It's going to hit him again. He needs to trap down and hold that right elbow, does McKinnon. Carnage is like a grappler standing up, really. He just pries his right elbow free, right arm free, and then fires it very quickly. I've never seen a man of this weight fire a right elbow as quick as the Carnage can do.
Nice evasion from the Carnage. Digs away to the floating rib cage. Pops out the jab. And this is total ownership at the moment from the Carnival of Carnage, Nathan Corbett. Goes for the overhand right, the headache maker, the money shot. Oh, front kick, foot and mouth there. And it just seemed to infuriate the Carnage. There is a mouse under the right eye of Steve McKinnon, of blood spurting across the ring from both men. Crossing elbow again, McKinnon's been cut. McKinnon's been cut, but he fires on. This is electrifying. McKinnon is digging deep. I don't know where he's getting it from. There is blood streaming down the face of Steve McKinnon, but somehow he continues to dig deep into his artillery. They're going to have a look at Steve McKinnon bleeding over the left eye, under the left eye, and on top of the scalp. Let's listen.
I don't know if they're going to be able. They're not going to be able to stem the bleeding.
If you're going to stop the bleeding, I'm going to stop it. Listen to me, Nick. Nick. Let's get it clear. If you can't stop it again, then we're going to stop it, Stuart, okay? All right. Okay, let's go.
Wow, Steve McKinnon has been cut wide open, and he's going to go on. Here we go again. It has been an absolute slaughter from Corbett in this round and the previous round. McKinnon again backed into a corner.
Well, I'll tell you what, when it comes to elbows, it's certainly Corbett that's got the full advantage here. Perhaps under K1 rules, this will be an interesting rematch. But nevertheless, with the elbows, it's just Carnage showing the dominance that he possesses when it comes to those money box makers in the right elbow. Double right elbow from the Carnage.
Doubles up and a nice straight right hand at the end of the round there.
Round 4 war.
It has been all one-way traffic to the Carnival of Carnage so far. Can McKinnon somehow turn the tide? He comes out kicking. Overhand elbows.
Well, McKinnon needs to turn this into basically a kickboxing fight and not an elbow fight. He needs to just be working the kicks and the punches. Forget the grappling, be up on the balls of his feet and keeping Carnage at the end of his gloves. But Carnage is going to be too smart. He's been there before. He'll slip in, slide in, and slice and dice. There he goes again on the inside of the grapple. Work the knees, and then just weave the right elbow through as he's done too many times already.
The only thing McKinnon could possibly do is to go for a head kick knockout here on Nathan Corbett.
Oh, I can't see that happening, Michael. I really can't.
Crossing elbow from McKinnon. He's going for the head kick, trying to lift the shit around the back of the neck. Listen to this place. It is pandemonium.
This fight is almost reminiscent of McKinnon and Paul Slawinski bout.
Oh, he's cut him. Carnage has been cut. Carnage has been cut. Carnage has been cut. He's bleeding between the eyes. McKinnon's cut him. How long has it been since we've seen Carnage cut Hammer?
Well, I think, as you said earlier, it's just infuriated him more, but the fighting spirit of the McKinnons is coming through now for sure.
This is phenomenal. Wherever you're watching around the world, we hope you're enjoying it. The Carnage has been cut in the 4th round. Blood spewing down, and it could get into the left eye. Body shot from the Carnage. This is just phenomenal sequence of events.
Well, danger again for McKinnon putting himself in that corner. He wants a quarter turn out of there.
Thumping right hand. Tagging jab.
If you look, Michael, it's, McKinnon gets in danger land whenever he puts himself in the corners. When he's working the perimeter, he's doing a lot better for himself, you know?
I have never seen anything like this.
Brad Vicali doesn't know what to do. He's never seen so much blood in all his life.
Exactly. Let's listen. This is McCarley with McKinnon and the ringside physician.
Well, let's clean them up. They need to wipe down the faces and clean them up.
Clean up the boys. Okay. Come on, Brett. Stay there. Stay there, brother. Stay there.
Well, Brad Vicali by right should allow the corner to clean up his face at least.
It's good, but they can stop it if they're there. I think they can stop it. Yeah, you're going to stop it on that cut. Do it. Are you going to stop it on that? Okay. All right, that's it.
It's all over. It's all over.
We'll stop the fight on the cut. We're going to go to the court. Okay.
Well, they've stopped the fight on the cuts. There's been too much blood, so it'll go down to the judges' scorecards now.
Well, McKinnon has at least 4 cuts on him.
He's caused by an elbow, but who's really going to lose the fight by TKO? That's the rules, guys. That's okay.
You can hear McCarley. Let's listen in.
Ladies and gentlemen, Brad, the referee, will explain